challenge for Coach Heath and for Coach Richard. 23 years overall. They know each other for a long time, going back to when Coach Heath was at Arkansas and Coach Richard at Louisiana Tech. ULM in the white, Eastern Michigan in the black as we're underway in the Sun Belt MAC Challenge game.
You know, ULM into their offense, and then Eastern is in man-to-man right now. A lot of times they play zone, but they got them into man-to-man.
Shot clock down under 10 in this first possession. LaCour with a difficult three, and the rebound pulled down by Jalen Billingsley.
But they did a great job of defending the set play that ULM had a couple of cutters come off, and they did a good job of defending it.
Eastern Michigan coming off a 91-87 loss to a good Toledo team at home. ULM knocked off Coastal Carolina 79-75 on Wednesday as LaCour comes away with the loose ball. Gallion will take the three from the right wing and knocks it down. Something ULM's been doing a much better job of late. And that's shooting the three. They're 37% in their last 7 games.
Well, they have. You know, they've gotten a shot out of their offense.
Lineup for Eastern Michigan: Billingsley, Jeter, Acuff, Osonyik, and Lovejoy. They've used 16 unique starting lineups as they turn it over again. 11 different players have started, but they've used this lineup now 3 straight games.
Well, you know, we're talking about ULM scoring. They're running their offense a good bit better and more often and getting better shots.
One thing you'll notice here is Nika Matsarishvili. He is not coming off the bench today. We'll see how that changes things. He's joined by LaCour, Gallion, Bolden, and Nagopo, the starting lineups. So we'll see if that impacts Nika changing things up, him starting now.
Well, you know, the reason he was not starting earlier, though, he had turf toe, and it was really bothering him. Every time he moved, really, it hurt him. So that's the reason he went out. It wasn't because of his playing, even though he was in a shooting slump.
Osonyik misses that three as Eastern Michigan got the second chance opportunity. Matsarishvili coming off that 28-point performance. Bolden, who didn't really play a whole lot in that win on Wednesday. They found a lineup they liked and just happened to not be involved in a lot of that action. Metz, top of the key, open for three, and he knocks down his first look.
Boy, I'm surprised they didn't stay with him. They just drifted back to the corner.
He's now 9 for his last 19 from 3, as he's averaging 21 points and shooting 60% in his last 4 games.
Well, you know, he's getting the shots as they come. He's got a really good rhythm going right now, and he's just staying with it.
Jeter with the miss. Nagopo with the rebound. Lid on for Eastern Michigan. They've now missed their first 4 shots from the floor.
You know, just as you mentioned earlier, you know, with them traveling, they just found out a couple of weeks ago where they were going, and then they got to make all those travel arrangements.
Just a gorgeous looking shot for Gallion. Got his legs into it. He's knocked down a couple of trays, and a timeout early for Eastern Michigan and Coach Heath.
You know, a set play, come off of a down pick and came up, and there was this slow getting to him, and he was in his rhythm, and he just took it. And he's an outstanding shooter when he gets that shot.
Gallion on the year shooting 38% from 3 now, 22 for 57, averaging 8 points per game. And he had 10 points all in the second half against Coastal Carolina on Wednesday.
Boy, this is a big difference from the last couple of games. You know, ULM has started off in the hole lately. The other team would start off really hot, and ULM was kind of struggling, and they spent the rest of the half, at least, and sometime the whole game, trying to catch up. But this afternoon, they got off to a good start early. It'd be interesting to see if they can keep it up.
In the first leg of the Sun Belt MAC Challenge, Eastern Michigan, they beat Georgia Southern 70-60 back on November the 11th. ULM picked up a win at Central Michigan, 74-64 on November the 11th. Central Michigan put together a pretty solid slate here lately. But yeah, these two teams found out this matchup about 3 weeks ago, so it's been a challenge for Eastern Michigan and these teams to get to their destinations. Acuff into the ball game. That's Osonyik. Acuff will take a difficult 2, and it's off the mark. Both teams playing good defense with ULM. They've knocked down 3 threes. Nagopo beats his man down the floor, but he can't finish.
Yeah, he got it a little bit later than probably he wanted to, but got the shot, just couldn't get it to go.
Sonyk to Billingsley coming off a nice game. The transfer from Georgetown against Mensah-Rishvili. Still the lid on the basket for Eastern Michigan.
They're getting the shots. That's tough. You're on the road. You had to travel, make plans in a hurry, and get here, and then just get here, and you can't get one to go. And that's the shots that they've been hitting over the course of the year.
That's a good spin move, but up against the baseline, that ball hits him out of bounds, so the Eagles will have it when we come back.
Yeah, he's on the baseline and behind the basket. That was a tough place to go, and they did a good job of defending him.
Early, nice start for ULM here in Monroe.
You've got a lot on your to-do list, but none of it happens without your health.
My blood pressure feels high right now, and I'm exhausted.
The story of your health lives in the story of your life. At St. Francis Health, we believe healing you means hearing you.
I need to tell my doctor about this headache.
So no matter where you are, no matter what's on your mind, we're ready to listen. The doctor will hear you now.
Johnny's Pizza House is bringing the bayou straight to your plate. Sweep the Swamp is back, and we've captured the very essence of Louisiana in every single slice.
Hey, you ain't got to feel it.
Loaded with crawfish, shrimp, a generous taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, a kick of jalapenos, sprinkled with Cajun spices, and topped with mozzarella cheese. It's where tradition meets taste, and where every slice is a celebration. Gather around the table and roll up your sleeves with Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice of Cajun cuisine.
Well, since January 17th, ULM they're tied for first in the conference in field goal percentage, third in three-point percentage, fifth in scoring. And you're seeing a good start for the Warhawks on their home floor today. And
they're shooting 75%. That's quite a way to start the game. A couple of times in here they got off to a really low start. It'd be like 1 for 5, and then be 1 for 10, and 2 for 15. That they really they're off to a great start right now. LaCour comes up behind him, and he's trying to find somebody to pass it to, and LaCour almost come up with it.
You know, watch where LaCour is on that offensive end. Second in the Sun Belt, averaging 1.9 steals per game, 2.3 in conference play.
He just goes for the ball.
Deep two, that one goes down. And Acuff went down as well, but on the board is Eastern Michigan. They were 0 for their first 5, turned it over twice. In his zone as Jalen Bolden penetrates and puts it up off the window and in.
Well, it looked like he tried to come out, but he finished strong with it, put it off that glass.
Sophomore from Zachary, Louisiana, tied for 5th in the conference with 5 double-doubles. Lovejoy, who scored the first 10 points in their game against Toledo on Tuesday. He's a one-on-one guy, powering his way to the basket. And that's just big boy basketball right there from Lovejoy.
Yeah, he got LaCour moving and just pushed him all the way under the basket. It'll be interesting to see how that matchup plays out, because LaCour will get physical with him.
He has some space, takes the 3, and he drains it. LaCour, a 35% three-point shooter. And ULM is now knocked down 4 threes. They gave him, yeah, that is a 3, so it's 4 threes now for ULM. And on the other end, the match from Acuff, but that's just a long 2. As it's now 14-6.
Boy, it's gonna be a long game if they let him get started. If he heats up, because he can light it up.
Core with that mouthpiece. I always wonder, it never has that poked away from behind, and usually he has it sticking out of his mouth. Here's Lovejoy in transition. Shields with his body, no, but the follow from Sonyk, and Sonyk brings them within 6.
Yeah, LaCour let that ball get away from his body a little bit, and they just reached around there and picked it from him.
Coach Stan Heath was talking about one more from his 6'6 freshman from Slovenia. LaCour bumped a little bit, no foul call. And the Eagles come away with it.
Yeah, they're doing a good. Boy, he just wrapped around LaCour that time and shoved him back.
Open look for three, and it goes down for Osonic. Another three. And just like that, back within three is Eastern Michigan. Martinov checks in for the first time for Eastern Michigan, as well as checking in Yusuf Jihad for the first time as well. And the zone defense for the Eagles here, Coach.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of just working ULM. And that's what Coach Richard talks about. They make it really tough to get it inside.
Nice mid-range shot there for Metzarishvili. He's got 5 here early on. And to the baseline there. That ball at the side of the backboard from Jihad. And here comes ULM in transition. Galleon's already knocked down 2 threes. Takes it to the rim. Contact. Counted in the foul.
We just took that all away. You know, instead of trying to pull up early, went under the rim and used the rim to kind of protect the ball.
It's a gorgeous move for the 6'4 senior from Washington, D.C. At the line, a 78% free throw shooter.
Yeah, that zone, you know, they kind of start off in like a 1-1-3 and then just kind of shift it around and rotate. They've done a great job of rotating to keep the ball out of the high post area.
First subs in for ULM. They'll check in Jacob Wilson and Makai Willis.
You know, both of those guys have played well. You know, Wilson had a good game the last game. I think Willis had been a little bit under the weather.
Lead has ballooned it back to 8, and we got a whistle and a foul. That's called underneath the basket against the Warhawks.
Like LaCour reached, he tried to wrap around, and they called it on him. You know, he wasn't going to let him push him under the basket again, so he just tried to come up with a steal.
A.D. Diju checks into the ball game for Jerry Nagopo. Some of the guys for Eastern Michigan, you hardly ever see Tyson Acuff come off the floor. He's leading the MAC in minutes, 38 per game. Here's Lovejoy. Pull up. That's a very difficult shot. The rebound pulled down by LaCour.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he stumbled.
What a shot by LaCour. He never shies away from contact at the rim.
That looked like a gymnastic move. He just finished and wound up on the floor, but he got the basket.
Early 5 points, 3 assists for LaCour, the transfer from UAB. Acuff, he matches with a top of the key 3. Acuff, not necessarily a good 3-point shooter at 26%, but that looked good.
Well, he said to start with, you can't let him get off to a hot start because he's almost impossible to stop when he gets started.
He had knocked that away from Metzarishvili. A corner 3 on the way. It's good. That's once again Osonic who knocks down the triple. He's got 8 on his second made 3.
You know, they're not, as you mentioned earlier, they're not really known for their 3-point game, but they've really made a great move. Gets set up and scored on him.
Lovejoy splits a triple team, has it knocked away. Somehow Sonia came away with it. And Eastern Michigan going to reset things here. Down by 4.
Yeah, ULM had the ball inside, and it looked like Deju just really wasn't ready to get it that quick. Well, they're trying to make sure Acuff is defended.
Here's Lovejoy, a floater. That was short, but the putback is good from Martinov underneath the bucket. And the transfer from Georgia Tech with his first 2.
Well, he saw that shot coming, and he just went and got position, and he was right there for the offensive rebound.
7-3, early Eastern Michigan on the boards. Step back 3 from that corner off the mark that time. And the Eagles continue to do a nice job on the glass.
Yeah, they got a hand on that one before Nika could get up there.
Chance to make it, well, actually to tie the ball game on this possession. Lovejoy had it knocked away by LaCour, but Osoniuk misses the long two.
Where ULM about to fight over it themselves. You wind up with a travel.
Acuff leading the way for Eastern Michigan with 7 early points. 5 apiece for LaCour and Matsarishvili. 3 on the way. It's good. The first attempt by Tyrese Watson, who's had a big stretch here for ULM as well.
Yeah, he's one of the high points for Coach Richard here lately. He's really shot the ball well and played well.
Stops an 8-0 run. ULM's hit 5 of their last 7 shots. They just turned it over a few times. Here's Lovejoy. Martinov had it knocked away. Everything's tough. Martinov shot it behind the basket. And a whistle. I'm not sure what they called there.
I think they just called it out of bounds in ULM. It's what it looked like. Why not? Now they were talking about it. Yeah, he's saying it's ULM's fault.
Nonetheless, Osoniuk has brought his Eastern Michigan team back. They trail by 4 here in Monroe.
Ever wonder how they make your Bud Light so crisp and refreshing? It starts with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Bud Light, brewed for great times.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Louisiana Eye and Laser Center in Monroe has always been your first choice for cataract, LASIK, glaucoma, retina services, any severe eye issue, or surgery, but we are so much more. We provide quality care for the whole family with eye exams and routine eye care. We have an optical center to help you get contacts and pick out the best pair of glasses to fit your lifestyle. We accept most insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. Come, take advantage of all we offer and keep your eyes healthy all year long. Get the best care from our team of experts at Louisiana Eye and Laser Center in Monroe.
Welcome back inside Fant Ewing Coliseum. There we're taking a look at Eastern Michigan and Coach Stan Heath talking to his club as they've attempted this comeback here. They cut it to 3 right now after that slow start they had.
One of our officials, Tucson Grig, came over, told me they had changed a 2 to a 3. I believe it was for Acuff. Yeah, Acuff, that 3 from the left wing. It was ruled initially a 2. They have changed it to a 3, so Acuff now has 8, and that's why it's 23-20 and no longer 23-19. We're looking at the stats, Coach, and Eastern Michigan, they've scored 9 points off 5 ULM turnovers, but Warhawks continue to shoot the basketball really well.
Yeah, when he's showing he's 2 for 3 for 3-point range.
Watson still in the ball game against the zone defense.
Well, they did a good job of cutting him off.
LaCour penetrates. Now Makai Willis elevates and can't hit the mid-range jumper.
Well, Billingsley went up and got that rebound. Wasn't any question who was going to get it.
They're winning the rebounding battle 8-7 right now. It's kind of getting back together a little bit.
You know, they got 2 offensive rebounds, just a tip and put it back in, which is big. That's 4 of their points. It's a good cut.
It was a great cut, getting the rebound. Nearly a 3rd opportunity that time for Connor Servin, but he could not get the bunny to go.
Yeah, you know, once you get in there and miss one, you're right in position to get it back, and he did that, just couldn't get it to go.
Bijou going to work down low here on Jeter, now out to LaCour.
You see, that zone, they just make it tough out there. And then, of course, when they switch it, when they go to man-to-man, they'll switch on the outside.
Got to get a shot up here. LaCour fades. That one's out the back iron, and a Nice rebound from Jalen Billingsley, the 6'8" junior from Cleveland. Close out hard there on Connor Servin.
Yeah, Watson really got out there on him. He was spotting up for his three.
Servin was a walk-on at Illinois, played there for 3 years before transferring to Eastern Michigan. Here's Lovejoy, and Lovejoy gets that one to bounce home, and it's a 1-point game.
He just found a way. It just kind of shot it really soft, just kind of eased in there.
Coach Heath was telling me earlier that he'd been battling an ankle injury. Maybe he still wasn't 100%, but he has to like his production recently.
Well, yeah, he's played well so far tonight, this afternoon. He's done a good job. You know, he's defending LaCour, and he's made some things happen.
Trying to break a scoring drought here. It's been about 2.5 minutes since ULM last scored, as Wilson was a little bit short there. This is the MAC Sunbelt Challenge alongside Mike Vining. I'm Chris Harris. We're glad to have you with us on this Saturday. Good spin move. Wow, somehow that bounced out for Jeter.
He covered a lot of territory and did not travel. He just couldn't get the shot to go.
With Core going up against Lovejoy, that's going to be the matchup to watch, I think, throughout this game.
Yeah, they're going to battle for it, you know, offensively and defensively.
There's a turnover.
Yeah, that had a little too much on it, I think.
Lovejoy almost carried the basketball there. Billingsley from straight on. Off the mark. Rebound put back way off the mark again from Jeter, but he's fouled. One thing Coach Heath also talked about was in that Toledo game, the free throw discrepancy was 29-9. His team will go to the line when we come back.
Well, they're battling on the boards, both of them.
Welcome to Pensacola, Florida. Basketball at the beach in the Sun Belt Basketball Championship Tournament. 7 days of hoops and
a championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament are on the line.
Ever wonder how they make your Bud Light so crisp and refreshing? It starts with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Crisp, cold, Bud Light, brewed for great times.
You've got a lot on your to-do list, but none of it happens without your health.
My blood pressure feels high right now, and I'm exhausted.
The story of your health lives in the story of your life. At St. Francis Health, we believe healing you means hearing you.
I need to tell my doctor about this headache.
So no matter where you are, no matter what's on your mind, we're ready to listen. The doctor will hear you now.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Johnny's Pizza House is bringing the Bayou straight to your plate. Sweep the Swamp is back, and we've captured the very essence of Louisiana in every single slice. It's where tradition meets taste, and where every slice is a celebration. Roll up your sleeves with Johnny's Pizza House.
Look at head coach Keith Richard. Another nice stretch for his team. They've won 4 of their last 6. His offense has come on. His team up by 1 right now.
You know, and they got off to a hot start. You know, they was jumped out there 9-0, and a couple of times that we've seen them here at home, it was the other way around.
Legend Jeter at the free throw line for Eastern Michigan. A chance to give them their first lead. 6'8" redshirt sophomore from River Rouge, Michigan. 72% at the line. Makes the first.
Boy, he nailed that one.
Played for head coach Ed Cooley at Providence. Double figures 4 times this year, and he splashes both free throws and The guys from Ypsilanti have their first lead of the ball game.
Yeah, they're picking up, going to put a little pressure on ULM, try to get between the guards to make it difficult to make a direct pass. You kind of got to lob it to them and just give it. It's not really trying to take the ball away from you, just give you a chance to give it to them.
Nearly 4 minutes without a bucket now for ULM. Where do they go for a basket? They go down low, and there's a scoop and score for the very lengthy Mekhi Willis. 6'9" junior from Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet. He didn't play a lot of minutes in ULM's last ball game.
Double figures though in 5 of his last 8. Looking down low. There's Billingsley. They're going to isolate him against Mekhi Willis. Extra pass. And that's a shot clock violation.
He traveled too.
Didn't recognize his Osoniuk. Already knocked down a couple of threes.
Yeah, I think he took his step to take the three and then decided to put it on the floor.
Give Willis a chance maybe here again as Savion Gallion gets it. He's already knocked down 2 threes in the ball game. Jalen Bolden may have been knocked away from behind, but the rebound machine got his own miss. A third chance, and that's the charm.
Yeah, eventually. But he just battled for it, just kept battling for it.
Bolden in double figures 9 times, 5 double-doubles, Acuff, and he answers with a 3 on the other end, his second triple. And right back even, we are tied at 27.
Well, it didn't take him long to get heated up, and you don't pick him up early. If you don't pick him up early, it's too late to pick him up.
It's a battle on the glass. That time it's Jalen Billingsley with the rebound. Freshman Osoniuk will trigger. Missed that one. Backside rebound from Willis.
Yeah, that one seemed like a little quick for the way they've been playing.
They've already knocked down 5 threes, Coach. They average 5.5 a game. Nice reach around pass that time.
They did a good job of defending that. You know, they got inside. You know, they just keep the middle of that lane defended.
Gallion nothing there, and he threw it away. That's just a really nice defensive possession.
It was, and nowhere to go with it. You know, somebody's got to come give him an outlet for it. Everybody was under the basket. They thought he was going to the basket to score, and they were going to rebound.
That was right to our camera op underneath the basket.
Yeah, I think he thought Bolden was going to cut to the basket and get it, and he just didn't get to it.
Chance for Eastern Michigan to take another lead. There's Acuff. He's leading the way with 11 points so far.
But, you know, Acuff's going to handle the ball a lot. You'd think that he'd handle it almost every time down the floor.
Lovejoy had it knocked away by LaCour. Gallion diving on the floor, gets it.
Setting him, he was trying to get it, but he couldn't because he was on it.
LaCour step back 3 off the mark. He picks up his own miss.
Yeah, just ran it down.
Bolden, he had it knocked away, but somehow put it up and in. I'm not sure.
It got knocked loose. He ran it down again and then put it up and it went in. They just battling for it. I mean, both teams is just trying to make every possession count.
There's a should be offensive foul. I don't think so.
Looks like they called it on Bolden. I didn't see Bolden move. Now, he didn't hit him head on.
Seemed like he was there in time, and Acuff created the contact.
Yeah, he's standing still. You can try to go around him and miss him, but if you hit him and he didn't move, it's not on him.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Final 3:05 of the first half.
You've got a lot on your to-do list, but none of it happens without your health.
My blood pressure feels high right now, and I'm exhausted.
The story of your health lives in the story of your life. At St. Francis Health, we believe healing you means hearing you.
I need to tell my doctor about this headache.
So no matter where you are, no matter what's on your mind, we're ready to listen. The doctor will hear you now.
Johnny's Pizza House is bringing the bayou straight to your plate. Sweep the Swamp is back, and we've captured the very essence of Louisiana in every single slice.
Hey, you ain't got to feel it.
Loaded with crawfish, shrimp, a generous taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, a kick of jalapenos, sprinkled with Cajun spices, and topped with mozzarella cheese. It's where tradition meets taste, and where every slice is a celebration. Gather around the table and roll up your sleeves with Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice of Cajun cuisine.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
Ever wonder how they make your Bud Light so crisp and refreshing? It starts with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Bud Light, brewed for great times.
Look inside the huddle, inside there, head coach Stan Heath took his Kent State Golden Flashes to the Sweet 16 back 01-02, then went to Arkansas, South Florida, now at Eastern Michigan. Took over for Nolan Richardson at Arkansas.
That was a tough person to replace. Nolan, he had been there a long time and had done an awesome job.
Stan Heath, one of the best guys you'll ever meet. Here's a steal by LaCour, 3-on-1 break. LaCour taking it straight to the rim, count it, and the foul. Well, maybe he could have dished this basketball off, but he likes the...
He does. He goes after it.
That looks like an acrobat.
You know, you keep looking. I'm kept waiting to see who he was going to throw it to. There was a couple of guys.
I mean, I don't know if they can freeze frame that, but it almost looked like he was perpendicular to the ground at one point when he was going up for that shot.
He just goes after it every time.
McCour's up to 7 points, and he completes the three-point play, and ULM has their lead back up to 5. Here you go. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. And he landed on his feet.
Yeah, then you got to come down.
Like a cat. They always land on their feet.
Hey, there was a gymnast once here, a great one. It could kick the rim, jump up in there and kick the rim. And he said, well, somebody said something to him about it. And he said, well, that's not the big deal. The big deal is landing on your feet.
Metsarishvili. He's still feeling it from deep. He knocks down his second three.
Yeah, he hadn't had many touches. They've done a good job of keeping the ball away from him.
He's in such a rhythm right now. 10 threes in his last 5 games. With the answer on the other end is Osonic, as Osonic cuts the lead back to 5. And that's already their 6th made three over their average, which is 5.5. That came in 323rd in the country.
So they got it inside to that high post in, and that's what they want to go high-low, and they try to keep that from happening.
It's a gorgeous hook from Nagopo.
If he gets it in that range, he's almost impossible to stop. He just stays under control at 6'11".
There's another three, this time by Acuff. And Acuff with his 3rd three. Another 4th three. He's got 14 now.
Yeah, he's 4 for 5 from three-point range.
Watching big guys down low. Mets goes flying. Kind of reminds you a little bit of, well, I won't say reminds you, but you think of George Gervin as LaCour knocks down another three. And the lead's back to 7.
Well, both of these teams is lighting it up from 3. And those officials getting a workout with those nets.
Those nets are getting splashed a lot here in the first half. One team shooting 60% from 3, the other 64% as Nagopo pulls down the rebound.
You know, there was a high school game in the arena last night. I don't know if that had anything to do with changing the nets or not, but it's some different nets, huh?
And the lead now 9, an easy bucket for Nagopo. And ULM's now hit each of their last 6 shots.
Well, that was a move.
Acuff off the mark. And Matt Saricvili with a strong rebound.
Yeah, Bolden was in there battling with it, and then Metz just wound up taking it.
This has been a really nice stretch here to close out the first half.
Yeah, they got off to a good start, and that's what you want. You want to get off to a good start, and you want to close it. And they've done both here today.
7-second differential, shot clock, game clock. LaCour going up against Lovejoy.
Yeah, they waited an awful long time.
Got to get it up. And that one's no good. Nagopo goes up. He's fouled. Martinov fell. And Nagopo will go to the line with 4.5 seconds in the first half remaining. Sonic called for the foul. Not a whole lot of fouls in the first half. We've only had 6 combined.
You know, Bolden and Nagopo both was right in there.
Nagopo just a 43% free throw shooter, 6 for 14 coming in, but that'll look good. Javonte Randall getting some run here, the final 4.5. Largest lead is 10 now.
He couldn't get that one to go.
Akoff going to have to get up a half-court heave, and it's short. That'll close out the first half. ULM finishes the first half on a 6-0 run. They hit 6 of their last 7 shots, and they continue to